In today's video, I wanted to talk about Star Citizen Alpha 4.0, which was announced yesterday in the roadmap as being the next major patch for Star Citizen. And I wanted to have a chat with the community because I've seen a lot of mixed feelings in the comment section down below of the videos, which is very often happening. And you guys have your opinions and some other people have other opinions. I have my opinions as well. And I think that it's a good idea to use this platform to share what we think and how we feel. And as far as I'm concerned, I understand the feelings of some of the people who are a little bit on the reserve, I would say, or perhaps pessimistic. After all, it is true that we have seen CIG over the past couple of years giving dates time and time again and breaking these dates time and time again. So I understand where people are coming from and why we are seeing a lot of backers just not believing that we are going to be getting 4.0 in the third quarter or let alone this year. Because this judgment is simply based on, as I said, past experiences, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It absolutely makes perfect sense. Now, that being said, I am for one quite optimistic about CIG's ability to deliver this patch. Maybe not during the third quarter, but at least before the end of this year. The reason why I'm not believing that they're going to be delivering this patch during the third quarter is because it finishes at the end of the month of September and CitizenCon is in the middle of October, and usually these big patches drop right around CitizenCon season. So that's why I think that actually we're going to be getting it at the beginning of the fourth quarter, if not maybe by the end of this year. But I still believe that CIG is going to be releasing it this year, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, before you guys call me a shill or way too optimistic or white knight, no, I am not a shill. In fact, I've been blacklisted by CIG for a very long time now. I'm out of all of their programs. The people who have been following this channel for quite a while do know that I am not a shill, and in fact, I have criticized CIG quite a bit in the past, and I will continue to do so if necessary. Now, that being said, in this video, I will not criticize CIG. In fact, I am going to acknowledge that at least in the past couple of months, they have delivered on what they have promised, for the most part. And last year, during CitizenCon, it was made clear that 2024 would be an effort to deliver server meshing. The first piece of server meshing, the biggest requirement for that to be happening, and also CIG said that it was the most difficult to achieve, was the replication layer. The replication layer is out of the door, guys. That is Star Citizen Alpha 3.23. It's working. It's maybe not always reliable. There are some issues, but just like there were issues also with 3.18 when the full persistence came out, this is exactly the same. In fact, I think that CIG have handled this release much better than 3.18. 3.23 is actually more playable. It's in a better polished face. Sure, it has its hiccups, it has its flaws. I'm having a terrible memory leak if I play for a certain amount of time, but that being said, the game still remains playable, and CIG keep on iterating on the game with other updates like Star Citizen Alpha 3.23.1, which should be just dropping by the time I'm making this video. And so this leads us to our next major patch, Alpha 4.0. And the reason why I think it's finally coming out is because Cloud Imperium Games have said many times that server meshing in itself is not going to be that difficult to implement. And in fact, we have seen Cloud Imperium Games testing server meshing in PTU, at least with Evoke ID groups, and the result, the feedback is that the experience was very positive. It was working. Players have been able to seamlessly transfer from one system to another back and forth. Players have been able to transfer from one server to another server back and forth. In fact, there have even been playtests open to all backers within the standard system with server meshing enabled. So basically one area was a server and another area was a server, and it was working. Was it working perfectly? No, there were a little bit of hiccups here, a little bit of delay between the interactions from one server to another, especially when you were the transition between servers. But nevertheless, the technology was there, it was working. It's a solid base for CIG to iterate on, which is something that they have definitely done in the meantime. That's what they are doing right now, in fact. And so by the time we have Star Citizen of 3.23.2, which is going to be bringing freight elevators and all of the cargo updates, then we should be very close to a PTU, or at least an EvoCaddy PTU for 4.0, and then a PTU for 4.0 with Wave 1s and then a broader audience. So obviously 3.23.2 is not going to come out during the Invictus Fleet Week event, so we're gonna have to be patient and wait until the event is over to get to see the next update and finally the cargo update that we've all been waiting for. But as soon as this one drops, which is probably going to be during the month of June, then we should be hearing more about 4.0 and the playtests that are going to be leading to its release. So the third quarter is actually starting at the beginning of July. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of July we already see the first EvoCaddy PTUs for 4.0, with then throughout the month of August a 4.0 open to Wave 1 backers, and then more waves with eventually a release throughout the end of the month of September, making it a quarter 3 release indeed. That's how I see CIG is going to be doing it. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Am I totally optimistic? If you think that this is not going to be happening, maybe not even this year, also please give me some reasons in the comment section down below. I would love to read what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. A big shout out to my Patreon and YouTube members who make this content possible, including Dr. Frobin, Zero Crusher, Deplorable Fidel, and Ducky2Ducker. I've been Irad. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Target destroyed. I'm guilty. I made a mistake. It was risky and my name was at stake. They got salty. I got out of my crate, got messy. I see a long face. I'm on the blacklist. For them I don't exist. No need to insist. They are still way too pissed.